Hi everybody, and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This video will be top 5 myths, part 2. Myth number 1 is that cups or tampons are getting lost in the vaginal canal. This is basically an anatomical impossibility. So your vaginal canal is not a cave, nor the size of one. This is not descent, and there are no monsters here. So essentially your vaginal canal is quite narrow, with a complete dead end in the dead end in your cervix. So this means that there is essentially only one single way to get cups and tampons in or out. If you have any issue with getting your cup out, there are several ways to actually assist you with getting out, but it cannot go any higher than your cervix. It cannot get trapped up there, it cannot accidentally get lost up there, it cannot any of that type of stuff. One thing I would recommend is that when you're doing your research in what cup to buy, is to find out your cervix height. Because I have a very high cervix, so therefore I actually have a longer cup. Like this is the Yuki large, just because it can go quite far up for me, but that's because I have a high cervix. If you have put a cup in and you can't feel it, or you're trying to get it out and you're having difficulty with that, still do not panic. Relax, bear down, squat. Quite often doing this in the shower with hot water where you're relaxing will assist you. But just bear in mind before you panic and tense up that there is nowhere for the cup to go. It will just be quite high if you have a high cervix. Number 2 is the pill fixes your period and fixes associated hormonal things like acne. If you suffer from period problems or other hormonal issues like excessive acne, it is likely you've been offered the pill to alleviate or cure your symptoms. And this has been a commonly accepted thing for the past probably 30 to 40 years. However, you need to understand that the side effects or consequences of the pill are quite often not explained. And in addition, using contraceptive pill or hormone pills and products as a cure-all for such a vast, diverse conditions such as irregular periods, no periods, heavy periods, acne, PMS, polycystic ovary syndrome, otherwise known as PCOS, endometriosis, is actually extremely problematic. Because if you heard all those things, that's quite a range of issues that, while a lot of them are related to the uterus and your menstrual cycle, then definitely not all the same. And it presents an extremely problematic issue when the pill is the thing that's offered to you. The pill is essentially the synthesized estrogen and progestin, and disrupts the normal natural production of hormones that your body makes. I do have a Q&A about the contraceptive pill. It goes over more detail with this type of stuff. But essentially, it disrupts your normal and natural production of hormones in your body. This means that your period, while on synthetic hormones, is actually a drug withdrawal. So if you are on the pill and you take the sugar pills for the 7 days and you get your period, that is not a period. That is a drug withdrawal. When you come off the contraceptive pill, your symptoms will quite often return, and it can actually, in fact, get much worse. Because essentially all you've done is mask the issue rather than deal with it or fix it or work towards getting a better outcome for that. Okay, myth number 3 is swimming stops menstruation. I don't know how this started, because this is another anatomical impossibility. There is no way that your period will be stopped by swimming. If you go into the bath and sit in the bath, it's not going to do any different. You will still bleed. Your body essentially does not work this way. I have actually seen this more concerningly enough actually stated in other videos that I've seen about like period storage and stuff like that, is don't worry about wearing protection, just go swimming. No. You will need to wear protection when you go swimming, because you don't want to be caught embarrassed by having blood on your bikini bottoms or bather bottoms or shorts. So the reasoning that I've seen for this type of myth, or from what I can gather, is that your period will stop due to the physical activity of swimming and the water pressure. I guess against your vulva, or your vaginal canal opening. But this is actually not a thing. This does not prevent your period, menstrual blood from coming out of your vagina. So it's basically a physical impossibility for this alleged water pressure to stop essentially menstrual blood from exiting your body. So please wear protection with either a menstrual cup, or I have seen that period underwear places like Modibody and Thinks Underwear are now providing bathers and bikinis that do essentially the same thing, that are protection within the underwear or within the bathers. So these would be another good option for you to wear if you're not comfortable with the menstrual cup. So to wear the bathers or a menstrual cup. But please don't wear tampons, because these are risky due to the cotton string. You are likely to get an infection from the soaking of seawater and bacteria in the seawater up the string and inside your body. And it's just too much of a risk of infection to you. So either use a menstrual cup or the bathers. Or if you must wear a tampon, please switch it as soon as you get out of the water. Myth number 4 is you can't get pregnant on your body. This is a surprising one, actually, but because most people don't think about it. Sure, getting pregnant on your period is very uncommon, or is uncommon, not very, but you can absolutely get pregnant while menstruating. Essentially, your ovulation can be a little bit rogue sometimes, and can occur practically anywhere in your cycle, including during your bleeding phase. You can also have a bleeding phase even though you have not ovulated. Also, as kind of a side note, sperm can live in your body for up to 5 days. So just to be clear, while this is uncommon, sure, it's uncommon, it is not unheard of for you to ovulate during your bleeding phase and therefore to get pregnant. And finally, myth number 5 is that periods and or period blood smells bad. This is another myth to make women hate themselves, because thank the patriarchy for that. Essentially, everyone has their own unique scent and their own unique kind of pH balance, which can be affected by your lifestyle, such as diet, exercise, and weight. Your vulva area and vagina will have normal scents and secretions, which you should actually be familiar with, or you should learn how to become familiar with these, because any changes in these types of scents or secretion can indicate other issues, which I'm not going to go over at the moment. You can go watch the Q&A on discharge to see a bit more information about that. However, menstrual blood in and of itself does not have any odour. However, this can react with the chemicals and bleach in traditional products such as pads and tampons, which may be where the bad smell that you associate with periods comes from. It's not actually your menstrual blood, but the disposable single-use plastic products that you use. I personally don't have a problem, and it doesn't smell for me because I use menstrual cups and cloth pads. Any further questions, you can just ask me below or email me. You can also tweet me or look at my stuff on Instagram. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day. Bye.